We gather this morning on the lands of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy of 6 nations, specifically the Mohawk, the Kanyenke or people of the Flint. Gathering on this spring day, let us vow to care for the earth and to remember the lineages and stewards of these lands. I'm the Reverend Lynn Gardner. My pronouns are they or she, and I serve as co-minister, as one of the co-ministers of this congregation. We are just thrilled to be hosting you all here in this circle and in our Zoom sanctuary. For a number of years, 5 local UU congregations have come together in the spring to have a worship service together. Albany, Glens Falls, the Catskills, Saratoga Springs, and Schenectady. If you are a visitor this morning who is not from any of those congregations, we offer you an especially warm welcome and hope that you will find here a nourishing spiritual home and kind and compassionate people.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Margaret O'Neill. My pronouns are she, her. I serve the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Catskills, located in Kingston, New York, and have also served as interim minister in Albany and Schenectady. It is good to be here. It is good to be with you all today. We are particularly grateful to welcome our guest worship and workshop leader, Reverend Cathy Rion-Starr. Reverend Cathy, they, them pronouns, is a leadership development specialist at Side with Love, our Unitarian Universalist Association's National Justice Organizing Department. Cathy runs Side with Love monthly gathering and recently supported UUs locally and nationwide in the successful Stop Avelo campaign. Yes, co-leading the Delaware coalition of that campaign. They also love singing, dark chocolate, board games, gardening, and being silly.
This morning, our call to worship and chalice lighting honor the shared ministry within and among our congregations. So much of what we do is possible because of the commitment of volunteers, staff, and clergy. The representatives from each congregation who are lighting the chalice this morning each volunteer in multiple roles. They serve on the tech team, the board, worship, childcare, and religious education. They participate in social justice, green sanctuary, climate justice, and beyond the binary teams or committees. They sing in the choir or help with the weekly newsletter and social hour. Our congregations invite each of us to find ways to contribute and to participate, bless you, so that we might all live our values out loud. Our call to worship will be offered by the ministers present who are serving congregations in the cluster. And we learned last night that Pastor Melissa O'Brien from Saratoga Springs has a stomach bug and so is unable to be here. So we really hope she feels better soon. So our clergy who are serving congregations along with Reverend Cathy Rion-Starr.
This morning, we gather together to claim the possibility of resilience, to share our commitments to resist all that would cause harm, to protect the sacred circle of life, and to say yes to joy.
Today, we experience our interdependence as Unitarian Universalists from our congregations of the Catskills, Glens Falls, Saratoga Springs, Albany, and Schenectady. Coming together with different histories, different practices, all part of one denomination with shared values.
This morning, we remember that none of us are alone. We have partners in this long haul work of loving and becoming, of resisting and learning, protecting and transforming.
And the invitation is clear: to be creatively courageous in love, to dare to open our hearts like tulips in April, knowing freeze is still possible, maybe even likely, and opening anyway.
The invitation is to resist not only fascism, but despair, knowing that together we might offer one another a different kind of hope, and to proclaim, all will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of things will be well. Come, let us worship together.
We are here with each other.
I come to you from southern Delaware, where there is one congregation about 40 minutes away, and the next congregation is another hour away. And so, what a gift to have a choir of so many folks from these 5 congregations that you all have this tradition. It is really, really wonderful. Thank you for having me here. January 7th of this year started as a normal workday. I was just getting into my groove with all the things I had put off in December, right? There's that point in December where you start saying, oh, I'll do that in January, I'll do that in January, I'll do that in January, I'll do that in January. And the list is about up to here. And I was starting to pick through that list when I started seeing a rush of Signal messages on my Avelo chats. Signal being the encrypted app used for a lot of organizing these days. Avelo Airlines had been the only commercial airline to fly deportation flights. And on January 7th, out of the blue, Avelo Airlines announced that it planned to end its participation in U.S. government-funded deportation flights. Yeah. Except we were a bunch of organizers, and Avelo had shown themselves to be untrustworthy before we didn't trust them to tell the truth. So we didn't celebrate quite yet. First, we had to say, is this real? Is this true? And as the motley crew in our Signal chats read more and contacted Avelo and checked out the news, it appeared that it was true. We had won this campaign. How many of you here participated in the fight to stop Avelo Airlines in some way? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There is an image. Are any of these people here today? Maybe you are. I don't know. You're here. Hi, you're a star in my book. This image went viral of people wearing chains at the Albany airport. This was at the end of November. It was really cold out. And they sat there as if on an airplane holding those chains. Those chairs, who knows where they came from? They came from this building. Those folding chairs. Because that's how we do things. And this was one of 30 coordinated actions that weekend. That November, December, January, we were like, this is going to be a long fight. We got to start to dig in. We don't really have a steering committee. We don't really have a national structure. We were just starting to pull that together. And then we woke up to this news on January 7th. We had won. We had put a wrench in the gears of airlines helping the deportation machine. They said it was a business decision, but we knew that we made it a business decision for them because we made it a bad business for them to keep doing these flights. Yeah, yes, we need to celebrate. Heck, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And we digested this surprising and awesome news, and that began a new rush of organizing. When should we send out a press release? Is that today? Is that later this week? Who's going to write it? Because we don't really have a structure. There's just a bunch of us in these chats and a listserv. Do we want to claim full victory or declare this a partial step until we see those flights actually stop? So many questions. But what I love about the Avelo crew is that many hands make light work. It is truly decentralized, mutually supportive, low ego, and folks find or make their lane and do it. There's a couple women in Santa Rosa who are like, we're going to figure out Freedom of Information Act requests, and we're going to put together a guide for that and share that Google Doc with folks. And we're going to put together just a simple spreadsheet to be like, all right, who's got the contract for that? Who's got the contract for that? They're just like, we're going to do this. And that still lives on. So I spent that afternoon of January 7th with my head down, working on this press release with a few other folks, thinking, maybe we'll get on Rachel Maddow tonight. She's covered this campaign before. Now we get to celebrate. I was so focused on this immediate and important work that I glossed over some live stream of some bad thing that my colleague, Reverend Ashley, who preached here recently, had streamed on her Facebook that morning. I had important celebratory things to do. You may not remember the date, January 7th, but you do remember the other thing that happened that day. January 7th is the day that ICE murdered Renee Good, just a few blocks from Reverend Ashley's home in Minneapolis. So here I was, and lots of us were, celebrating a massive, unexpected win, while also processing that a constitutional observer had been murdered by ICE in cold blood. All will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of things will be well. My tush. Julian, do you not know about cruelty? Julian, it's too much. It brought me to my knees. But she said, all will be well, and all will be well. All manner of things will be well. These are the times we are living in, full of contradiction, celebrating a big yet small win and stopping the deportation machine at the same time that we are grieving state violence. The painful contradiction that I know Renee Good's name, I know that she was a white lesbian parent and poet, and I don't know the names of the over 80 people killed by ICE or who died in ICE custody since Trump took office this time. Even though I have looked at those names many times, killing a respectable white person is seen as more newsworthy, and even though I know that, it still grabs my attention, and her name still sinks into me in a way that the name Silverio Villegas Gonzalez doesn't. I have heard the story of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez multiple times, of how he was killed at close range after dropping his children off at school in Chicago. But I struggle to remember his name. Silverio Villegas Gonzalez Presente. You want to say that with me? Silverio Villegas Gonzalez Presente. Presente is a way of saying they're here, we remember them in Spanish. We know that Silverio Villegas Gonzalez and Renee Good and all the others murdered by our government have inherent worth and dignity. Our faith puts love and dignity of every single person at the center. And yet we live in this painful chasm between our dream of a world where that worth and dignity is real for all and our current reality of violence, cruelty, and oppression for too many. And yet Julian of Norwich tells us, all will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of things will be well. This phrase my partner and I say at least daily in our household, sometimes out of sheer exasperation with the piles of dishes amidst the exhausting demands of parenting and working. Sometimes in a day where that to-do list got longer and longer instead of the other way around. Sometimes when we have taken in too many headlines, or when those headlines are real people in our lives, or sometimes ourselves. All will be well, and all will be well. We say it as a prayer. We say it when there is nothing else to say. We say it as a mantra we have said so often that the words come out of my mouth so easily, smoothly, like a river flowing. We say it willing it to be true, while knowing that it will never be completely true. Our 9-year-old who is here with me today would rightly call this a conundrum. This Unitarian Universalist faith says that life is ever unfolding, that revelation is not sealed. We do not claim to have answers about ultimate reality. We hope that the moral arc of the universe is bending towards justice, as said our ancestor Theodore Parker. But the hard truth is that nobody knows how things are going to turn out. As Meg Barnhouse reminds us, we do know some things. I know that I have a choice between hope or despair when viewing the world and my future. Each choice, she writes, has equal evidence in its favor. How do I decide between them? I choose the one that brings the most joy, the most healing, the most compassion to my life and to the world. In despair, I'm no good to anybody. Can I get an amen? We have agency and choices. We are more powerful than we know, amen? But I also know that there are some today, right here among us, feeling that despair. Before that Velo campaign win, I felt it. I have felt it since. Feeling despair doesn't feel like a choice when despair is draped over you like a heavy, wet blanket, then you don't have the energy to get it off of you. The fascists win when we are stuck in cynicism, isolation, and despair. You know this. But the overwhelm of our own lives, let alone the news, can be too much. So how dare Julian keep singing that dang refrain, all will be well and all will be well, yada, 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 yada. Who needs to say, how dare she? It's okay to be mad at her, because some days are like that. But we can't stop there. We have to remember that she also said, baby girl, do you not know about tenderness? Do you not know about friends? Baby girl, do you not know about spirit? This is a baby girl who is all of us, no matter our gender or age. Do you not know it's only love that never ends? It's only love that never ends. We know that. We do. We know about tenderness, yes? We know about friends, yes? We know about spirit, yes? We know about compassion, care, and community, yes? We know about following our moral compass, defending democracy, and building beloved community, yes? You, all of us, including y'all who are on Zoom today and watching this later, practice this Sunday after Sunday in each of our congregations and communities. We remind each other how we practice and live our faith, especially when hope feels out of reach. The stakes are way too high to leave each other in despair. We are in a short window that experts talk about as authoritarian breakthrough, in our case, the 2024 election, and full consolidation of power by the authoritarian fascist regime. This is a downer, y'all, I'm sorry, but it's real. Experts tell us this is a 6 to 8 month window that we have left. Yeah, before they consolidate power. That means right now, we have to fight as hard as we can, with as many people as we can now. We cannot afford to freeze in despair or cynicism. And the good news is that other people have done this. They did this in South Korea last fall when they rejected their would-be autocratic president's attempt to become a dictator. Hungary did this just last week after that power consolidation. Yeah. If you didn't follow that news, which is totally fine, because I hope you're not following all of the news all of the time. If you are, reach out to somebody in your congregation for some pastoral care. Last week, after 16 years of rule by the authoritarian President Viktor Orban, Hungary elected democratically and overwhelmingly a new president. The challenge is that this is up to us. Those people they voted, like lots and lots and lots of them, they didn't just vote, but they did all these other things. Part of it is up to us right now. So I've lifted up this choice that Meg Barnhouse puts up there, and I chose this for our reading, but I have to say, I disagree with Reverend Barnhouse. May her memory be a blessing. I don't believe that we always have a choice between hope and despair. Sometimes hope is not accessible. But when hope is not accessible, we do have choices. We can choose connection, however small, like simply showing up here today and be held in our despair. We can choose between action and inaction. I know that for me, choosing action, however small, rekindles my hope, especially if it involves another person. Because part of this is up to us. And by us, I mean every single one of you here and here. It is up to us to stop consolidation of power by the fascists in this window. Here's some more bad news. On January 7th, I don't know that I believed in us. In my heart of hearts, it was like, what are we doing? How are our 20 people at the Wilmington, Delaware airport ever going to stop this corporation? How are the handful of folks in this place going to do something about this or that? It is so overwhelming. And then Avello cut its contract with ICE because of a small, ragtag, ad hoc group of people like you and me made some calls, went to some meetings. Somebody unlocked this building, came and loaded some folding chairs into their car. Is that person here? I don't know. Maybe you are. That was you too. Awesome. See? Like, it's not that picture didn't happen because of some, movement out there. What's your name, my friend? It happened because of Janice. And because of Mariana making meetings, and because of some folks who took some markers and wrote them on signs. That's how this happens. Janice did her part. Some others of you did your part. That's how this works. Avello is not some polished and funded national campaign. It started because there were a few folks in Connecticut who were like, hey, we see this thing and we're going to work on it. And then there were literally 2 people in Oregon who saw that and they were like, huh. And one of them went on Google and started Googling everything she could find and was like, oh, here's somebody from Indivisible here. Here's somebody from Wilmington, North Carolina, DSA here. Literally, she was Googling and said, hey, let's talk. And then this guy, Matthew, started a website. He got his kids to make a graphic and a website because he was like, I can't do this, but my kids can. He started a weekly call on Fridays at noon. He's not just, well, he is just some guy. I still don't really understand what he does, but I know that I love Matthew deeply and that his leadership is really critical, but he's not like, he's just like you and me. He's just a regular person who was like, I see this and I can do it. So it was people literally like you and me and Janice who gathered in small handfuls who won this campaign. In Delaware, it was a dozen of us. Yeah, we had a few hundred people make phone calls to the governor. Our Democratic governor didn't listen to us. He didn't budge. But it was what we did mattered. We chose connection and we chose dedication and we chose action again and again. It was connected to you all here, to Joel in Wilmington, North Carolina, to Ann, another UU in Eugene, Oregon, and all these other small crews of people in small cities around the country, each doing their part in action and connection. And we won. We did that. You did that. We are powerful when we make the choice to act, the choice to connect, the choice to care together. And we are good at caring and connecting, are we not? That's what brought you here today, was because you care and you wanted to connect with other Unitarian Universalists in your region. There is real work that we are responsible for right now. We cannot sit this one out. We have to do our part. That does not mean that each and every person here should be sitting on those cold folding chairs next winter at the airport. Freedom Trainers divides it up into 4 different categories of action. There's a place for everybody in this action. You can protect people. You can answer ICE watch hotlines. You can offer home hospitality to trans refugees. You can make food when you open your building to neighbors in the next storm or whatever climate thing happens. You can simply call someone you haven't seen in a while to check on them. We need people defending civic institutions. Those of you who are working for the federal government, bless you. You are quietly protecting your work and resisting on the inside. Others of you, shout out to our You the Vote teams in the House today. Yeah, I know you do that here. I know you do. All right, You the Vote teams. Yes, let's give them a yes. Right? Protecting our elections and creating strong state and local laws is critical. We need people disrupting and disobeying, yes, protests, but also organized strikes and boycotts. Pay attention to May Day coming up. No work, no school, no buying things. How can we support that? The workshop I'm leading after worship will dig into how we can organize workplaces, businesses, organizations to take public stances against ICE. And the 4th piece, perhaps the most important one, is we need people building alternatives. We need systems of safety and care that don't depend on armed police, that are truly democratic and participatory institutions. We know something about that in Unitarian Universalism, don't we? We need to get really clear about what beloved community could look like. Let us dream that together, because we don't want to just stop this administration and go back to how things were, because that was pretty awful for a whole lot of people. We want to move forward into a society where everyone has a safe home, where everyone has healthy food, where everyone has access to nature and joy and community rooted in love. Do you want that for everybody? Yeah, it's possible. Friends, there is an eternal sacred circle, and we are a part of it. We have an obligation to be and do our part in that eternal sacred circle, an obligation to help each other as we practice and live our faith, especially when hope seems out of reach. We have an obligation to do our part in action and connection, so that we may sing with joy, Julian saying, all will be well, and all will be well, and all manner of things will be well, not because everything is okay in Peachy Keen, but because we got us, because we keep each other safe. The big, broad we. I believe in that big, broad we. I believe in us. I believe in you. As we will sing shortly, now is our moment of revival. There is so much that is possible. Now is our time to choose survival with fierce love and commitment. Now is our time to lean into connection, into each other, that we may summon collectively the hope to fuel us day after day. Now, together, are you ready to do your part? So may it be, and amen. Our closing hymn is Joy in the Morning by Adam Pod. It's one of the many new songs included in the online hymnal. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. And if those next to you are okay with that, Lynn, may I touch your shoulder or your strings?
Yeah.
We're going to kind of hold wrists and have those strings be connected.
Great.
And let us sing this final blessing.
We'll find strength in each other. Strength in each other. Strength in each other. In each other. We'll find finding joy. Ready? We'll find joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. In the morning we'll find joy. We'll find joy. We'll find joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. Joy in the morning. In the morning we'll find. We find hope. We find hope in our children. Hope in our children. Hope in our children. In our children we'll find hope. Let's sing that again. We'll find hope in our children. Hope in our children. Hope in our children. In our children we'll find. There is love. There is love all around us. Love all around us. Love all around us. All around us. There is love. Let's sing that again. There is love all around us. Love all around us. Love all around us. All around us. There is all around us. All around us. There is love. All around us.
Let us connect again one final time. I invite you to stay standing, reach out and touch the hand or shoulder of one near you, remembering that we are indeed connected in this building and when we are not here. May we each do our part. When we cannot do our part, may we find some connection. May we act, may we connect, may we love, go in peace, sharing love and creating justice.